Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've seen this face before. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be the time that I got crazy stupid lit off edibles. Like beyond lit. It was so crazy. In this story, you're gonna hear a lot of red bells ringing that I'm a stupid person, like, because I look back on it and I'm just can't believe I did all that. But okay, so let me talk about all this pink going on, because I don't like pink and I don't want y'all to think that I like pink because I'm wearing pink. I just got my nails done yesterday and they're gorgeous. I have a better picture of them and video of them on my Instagram, which will be linked below, and I tagged the artist who did these nails. I love them so much. By far my favorite set. The shape is perfect for my tiny fingers. But anyways, if you're in the Nashville / Antioch area, definitely check her out. She's a new artist and she is so talented. But anyways, so yeah, I try to match my makeup to my nails, but then it kind of spaced out a little bit, and when I came back I just saw like a lot of pink and I was like, well, I guess I gotta keep going with that pink theme, so I just threw on whatever pink I have. Right now is probably not the smartest time to film. It is 3:46. School just let out, you know, people are coming home. It's the last day of school for Christmas break, so it's very loud outside. I'm going to try my best to edit a lot of the loud noises out because I know that's really annoying, but I really don't want to film any later because I feel super hyped and ready to tell this story right now. So this story takes place summer of this year, summer of 2018. Let me give you guys an example of the type of person I was in this time span. This was when I was really heavily partying, and I did not care about myself. I didn't care about the people around me, like safety wise, you know. I just wanted to be, you know, under the influence of something at all times possible. So because I was constantly, you know, doing drugs or drinking, I was meeting a lot of people at these parties. So one day, I think it was like a Friday or a Thursday, it was one of those, it was like in the evening, nighttime. I think it was already about to be dark or dark when I got asked if I wanted to go to Florida. I basically got asked if I wanted to go to Florida with this guy that I met on Tinder, but never really talked to him really ever. He said he had like friends coming to Florida with him, and they bailed out, and he said that I seemed like I was a cool person, which I am, and he was asking me if I wanted to, you know, take a trip with him to Florida with him and his friend. And I was like, yeah, I'm down, because in that time span I had a decent amount of money on me, and I feel like that's another reason why I was so heavy into drugs, is because of all the money I had on me. So I wasn't worried about expenses or anything, but I was like, I don't want to be the only girl going. And, you know, it sounds like a big sketchy ass situation. It truly does. Somebody that I've not carried a full conversation with is asking me to go to Florida with him and his friend. That sounds sketchy. So I was hitting up all my friends, like, hey, come to Florida, and they were like, ooh, cool, with who? And I was like, I don't know, a stranger, and they would be like, I'm good. And they just, you know, didn't want to go. So after I hit up like all my main friends, and they all said no, I started just hitting up people that like I talked to at parties and stuff, and finally I got a bite. You know, like finally a girl was like, yeah, sure, I'll come. So I think it was a 2-day or 3-day trip. So I packed all my shit in like literally 20-30 minutes and told my mom. And then, you know, I was off on the way. And as soon as I got in the car, I was handed a bag of edibles. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. I have a mental disorder that makes me hallucinate. It's called schizoaffective disorder, and I have a series currently going on with everything to do with schizoaffective disorder. So far I have 2 videos, but I am planning on making more. So if you're into mental health and you want to know a little bit more about me, or you just want to know about it, I'll leave it in the description box below. But so I see things and I will hear things that's not there, but I usually, most of the time, know that it's a hallucination by this point because I've had this disorder for so long. Well, so we was on the way to Florida and I was eating these edibles, and honestly I was very paranoid. I was extremely paranoid because it really hit me when we're on the way that I was you know, with strangers, you know, like that is so dangerous. So I started getting paranoid, and I don't really remember how much edible I ate. It was a cookie, a chocolate chip cookie. It was so strong because I know I didn't eat a lot, and this wasn't my first time eating an edible either. So whatever was in this edible, the amount of THC or whatever, just threw my ass through a loop. I was getting more and more paranoid, and so I started hallucinating that the people in the car with me were talking to me. And so the girl next to me, I was hallucinating that she was saying that she was creeped out and she regrets coming, and that like she wants to go home basically. And I like, it's so embarrassing now looking back on it, but at the time I was tripping, girl. Like, I don't know. And I was literally saying out loud like my replies to her, and I did this a few times throughout the drive there. I will start talking to out loud as if they were talking to me first, but they didn't say a thing. With how messed up I was in this time, I can't remember everything to a T, so I tell these stories to the best of my ability and how I remember them in my head. So we stopped at Golden Corral, somewhere in between of going that way or coming back. I think it was going that way towards Florida. We were going to Jacksonville, Florida, by the way, and leaving from Nashville, Tennessee. So it was like about a 7 to 8 hour drive each way. I just remember hearing the girl once again next to me saying that she's freaked out and that she wants to go home. Come here. Hi. You're wet. Oh, are these lights too bright, baby? Go. Go, Snowball. I want to shut the door. Bae. Okay, shut the door. Okay, so my cat is now laying down on my lap, so she's not going anywhere. So I remember hearing the girl next to me saying that she regrets it and wants to go home. And this part I remember the most vividly because it was around everybody and we were in a restaurant. So I'm pretty sure if there was people, you know, looking at us, I looked cray. I just remember being like, oh my god, we gotta get out of here, we gotta get away. Like, I was saying it out loud. I was saying it out loud, and once I got done saying everything, talking about like having to get away and how I don't trust them, and like I also think I threw in something about sex trafficking at some point in there. all three of them were just looking at me because we're all sitting at the same table, and like the look on their faces, and I was just like, it's like I would snap in and out of like paranoia and then normal, I don't care mindset. Hey mama, so cute. When we finally got in Florida, we stayed at this guy's house. Like the people that I came with were friends with this guy, and we got to stay at his house instead of at a hotel or whatever. And I just remember not getting much sleep within the few days of this whole trip because of just overall paranoia. And also I was in Florida. I don't want to sleep. I want to go out, you know? So let's skip to the last day there. The last day there, we stopped at the mall because the girl I was with, she had her own money and she had money. So we stopped at the mall, just me and her, and I was on an edible again. She was on an edible. She was acting perfectly fine. And while we were at the mall, I deadass felt like I was floating. I had no sense of direction. I couldn't comprehend everything that was going on around me. Like, it was just so weird. Like, I couldn't read the signs on the walls, you know, like, of the stores. I couldn't read them. Like, literally nothing was making sense in my head. So going through that mall, I just tried my best to stay close to the girl that I was with because I felt like I was gonna get lost because of how much nothing was making sense. The whole time through Victoria's Secret, me and her were separated, and I was losing my mind when we were separated because once again, I couldn't comprehend anything that was going on around me. It was very hard for me to pick out stuff that I liked because I couldn't remember what I liked. It was very strange. And then whenever like the workers tried to talk to me, I couldn't reply to them because I didn't know what the fuck they said. Oh shit, sorry I cussed. Oh. But I didn't know what they were saying. In line, that line took forever and a day is what it felt like. But the whole time I was looking around behind me and around me because I was just so paranoid. I didn't know exactly what I was paranoid about, but I know I was paranoid. And I don't think I had any more hallucinations. The hallucinations stopped basically after like the first day. But the fact that those hallucinations just made me talk out loud to myself. Like, I haven't done that shit in years, and I rarely did that in the past, so I know I looked cray cray the whole time. And then another thing is, like, the people we was with, the guys, I didn't really talk to them, you know, like the guy that even invited me, I didn't talk to him much because I was so stupid lit the whole time that I was like, what's words? What's this? I can't do anything but sit here. Like, I was stuck. That was a very stupid decision of me to do the whole entire thing, but honestly, it was definitely an experience, and it's something I don't think I'm gonna forget for a while. And here's an example for you guys. Do not do what I did. Don't be stupid and careless like I am, or I was. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you're notified about all my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. I think I already said that. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go now so I can edit. Bye, guys.